What's up guys, it's Travis here, Operations Manager at Marsuno Creative. Today I've got 3 tips to help you choose the right DTG printer. Obviously every company is going to tell you that they make the best printer out there and that every other printer sucks. So, which is really the best? Unfortunately there's not one answer to that question, but here are some helpful tips to help you choose the right machine that's best for you and your business. Alright, tip number 1, cartridges versus bulk ink. Cartridges sound great in theory, no worries about spilled ink. It can be easy to change when they run out, but it doesn't quite work like that. If you think about like a soap dispenser, even when it's empty and nothing comes out, there's still something in the bottom. It's the same thing with the cartridge. You're never going to quite be able to use all of it, and even when you try to run it down to the end, you can run into problems with either getting air in your lines or buildup at the bottom of the cartridge getting pulled into your printhead, which is going to create clogging and all kinds of other issues. I've also heard many horror stories about people throwing away half-full cartridges and ink because it's settled, or you need to be flushing a huge amount of ink to keep the machines running, or you need to be flushing the cartridges every day, or that the connections between the cartridges and the machines get all plugged up. Especially if you're not going to be using your printer every day, this can be costly and time-consuming. In our experience, bulk ink is the way to go. You can refill your tanks as needed. You can also buy ink in larger quantities, which will help lower your costs as your business grows. And you can also handle your own cleaning and maintenance on your ink tanks and lines as needed. Alright, so second tip to look out for are wet cap stations. A wet cap station, or some form of it, basically means there's a system where the printhead on your machine will sit in a cleaner or some kind of liquid. This helps prevent your printhead from drying out or clogging. This is probably a detail you'll only hear about from companies who operate on their machines, but I feel it's critical to the life of your machine and the parts inside it. What happens when you don't have a wet cap system is ink will build up on the bottom or around the printhead, and it'll start to dry out and solidify. Once this happens, you're going to have problems with colors dropping onto your prints, inconsistencies in your prints from one to the next, or even worse, printheads that become clogged and need to be replaced, which is pretty much the most costly thing on your machine. Our machines from OmniPrint have wet cap stations, so this is a feature that if we have to leave them sit for a few days or like over the weekend, that the cleaner will prevent the ink from building up and clogging, and will ultimately extend the life of the parts inside the machine. Alright, third tip to consider when buying your machine is what type of platens your machine comes with. I see pros and cons to both fixed and floating platens, so it really comes down to a matter of personal preference and also what types of garments and print locations you're looking to do most. A tuck-in platen, like the ones on our FreeJet machines, they hold garments securely in place, so we don't need to use adhesives or a frame to lock the garments in. This enables us to print lots of different types of garments like t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, and more, without having to change platens. The downside of this type of platen is it can make specialty print locations, like if you're printing on the top of the back of the neck or sleeves, more challenging. If you have a platen where you can thread the shirt, this can be more useful for this type of application. In terms of loading speed, I find that both can be equally as fast once you get used to them. Thanks for watching guys, hope these tips help you when you're considering buying a DTG machine. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or email us, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and like and subscribe below. See you next time.